10.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones.
And I'm Peter Dubois. First tonight, the trial continues for a former lawyer accused of stealing almost $300,000 from a client.
Dale Thistle allegedly stole $290,000 from former client Gilman Friend's wrongful death settlement. Defense attorney Will Ash argues his client suffered a brain injury from a past car crash, resulting in professional misjudgment. Ash called one of Thistle's past colleagues to the stand, who described drastic changes in Thistle's behavior.
It didn't seem like Dale to me, knowing what he was capable of doing. Just, for example, that federal court case was massive, and it was very, very easy for him to handle that because of his competence. When I got that file and started looking at what hadn't been done, to me, it's like night and day.
The Attorney General's office claims Thistle's past injury did not play a role in the alleged embezzlement. Both sides plan to begin closing statements Friday morning.
The driver of a tractor-trailer truck is facing charges after drivers reported dangerous driving on I-95 yesterday. State police say just after 2:15 on Wednesday afternoon, they got calls from two different people regarding a tractor-trailer traveling erratically and not staying in the proper lane. Within minutes, a trooper spotted the truck going north on I-95 near Sydney. State police say they found evidence of hard alcohol in the cab. The driver from Ohio was arrested for operating under the influence. According to police, his blood alcohol level was 4 times the legal limit while operating a commercial vehicle.
Well, the Bangor community is working together to raise money for a pregnant mother who recently escaped an abusive relationship. As Sierra Jordan reports, the woman has less than 20 days until she is removed from the hotel Penquist provided for her.
Being in an abusive relationship can be a terrifying experience. As for Angela Reed, she never imagined being a single parent until one day she said enough is enough.
I left in February, and it was not an option. It was not an option to go back.
Mother Angela Reed was in an abusive relationship for 2 years. In the midst of the relationship, she found out she was pregnant again, but had nowhere else to turn.
And he was already struggling with alcohol and stuff like that, so it was already like, I was already in and out because I didn't like how he would act when he would drink.
Reed says she didn't realize domestic violence was not always physical and didn't see the red flags until becoming involved with Partners for Peace.
I saw how much he was willing to compromise her safety to hurt me. I was like, man, it's really not even about her. It's about hurting me.
Reed says she was forced to leave the relationship for the safety of her daughter.
Sometimes I sit and go, man, I don't have a job. I don't have a house, but I want to know that they are loved and cared for.
Since her departure in February, she's been on several job interviews, got connected with Penquist for rent assistance, and more. Bangor City Councilor Angela Okafor noticed her struggle and decided to help by creating a GoFundMe page.
It was very touching, her background, the things she's gone through, and so many of them resonated with me. And there was just no way I couldn't have at least tried.
Reed only has 15 days until she is removed from the hotel Penquist provided for her. She says several community members have reached out to donate strollers, baby food, and more for the bundle of joy on the way.
It really kept my faith restored when I saw people that I didn't even know reach out to me.
In studio, I'm Sierra Jordan reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
On Wednesday, the House Natural Resources Committee advanced H.R. 6707, which is the Advancing Equality for Wabanaki Nations Act. Sponsored by Representative Jared Golden, that bill would give Wabanaki tribes the same access to future beneficial federal laws that already apply to nearly every other federally recognized tribe in America. Currently, because of the 1980 Act, Wabanaki tribes in Maine are excluded from many federal laws, such as the Violence Against Women Act, which allows tribes to prosecute non-native defendants for domestic violence, as well as the Indian Healthcare Improvement Act, which allows tribes to employ medical professionals who are licensed in other states. Penobscot Nation Chief Kirk Francis said, quote, "This legislation allows the Maine tribes to be treated the same as the other 570 federally recognized tribes across the country," end quote.
Well, the first lawsuits have been filed against the Roman Catholic Diocese of Portland since Maine took away a limitation on claims of child sexual abuse. Governor Janet Mills signed a law last year that allowed victims to bring civil lawsuits about older abuse cases. Abuse survivors previously could not bring lawsuits if they experienced the abuse prior to the late 1980s. Attorneys who represent 3 people with claims of childhood sexual abuse by Catholic clergy and a lay educator filed the complaints Thursday seeking monetary damages. The claims state that the abuse took place over decades, starting in the early 1960s.
Governor Janet Mills announced an extension of postpartum Medicaid health care coverage for new mothers. Starting August 1st, the Mills administration will extend the coverage from 60 days after a woman gives birth to 12 months. That decision was made to improve maternal health and ensure women do not lose access to postpartum care. Maine is among the first states to extend its postpartum coverage for an entire year. Governor Mills says more than 2,000 women in Maine will now have access to the coverage, which will improve their health as well as the well-being of their new babies.
Taking a look outside today, there was definitely a pretty steady breeze all day. I don't know how much you were able to get outside. I was outside a fair amount. And it definitely took the edge off of what I thought was going to be a pretty warm day.
Yeah, I think cooler than expected. I actually was able to get out for a jog with my dog earlier, and it was comfortably cool. You know, the perfect running temperature, but, you know, maybe not the most summery of days. For sure.
Exactly. And with a little bit more on what we can expect, let's turn things over to Jeff Weller and take a first look at our forecast.
All right, Beth, thank you. Happy Thursday. Your first weather is brought to you by Saliba's Rug Cleaners, Maine's largest for over 70 years. And okay, let's talk about this. Highs back in the 70s today, 74 Millinocket. Also here in Bangor, very nice day. But now the clouds have rolled back in and showers and storms are not too far behind. It was a bit windy today, as you know. Hold on to your hat day, right? With wind gusts near 30 miles per hour. Those will be slow to come down tonight, so it's still windy out there right now. All right, so lots of clouds across the region. We have a couple of showers and a few storms tonight into tomorrow. It's going to be a bumpy couple of days around here now with showers in the forecast basically through the entire weekend. As all of this is moving our direction, we have several rounds of rain to get through. Our forecast then tonight, though, is cloudy skies, a couple of showers out there. Nothing severe. Low temperatures down near 60. Your full forecast is coming up. Beth?
Alrighty, Jeff, thank you so much. And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, the Maine Department of Transportation announces that it's going to use a bridge to replace the current Machias Dike.
And Hudson University receives a grant for its new School of Technology and Innovation. Love those stories and more local news after this.
Make more good in the all-new Sportage X-Pro. Kia, movement that inspires.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
Now is the best time to get a great deal on a vehicle at #1 Van Sickle Kia. We have a great selection of quality pre-owned vehicles with payments and prices for every budget. Plus, we'll pay you top dollar for your late model vehicle, even if you don't buy from us. There's never been a better time to buy, sell, or trade at Van Sickle Kia.
The best cars, the best prices, and the best warranty. I'm Peter Van Sickle. I guarantee it.
Welcome to the all-new Oakland Furniture Sit and Sleep Gallery. Come in and explore our great selection of quality living room sets and mattresses, all designed for your comfort. You'll find terrific deals when you shop now because we haven't just rolled back our prices, we've gone to prehistoric pricing. Where else can you find a queen mattress starting at $188? For a deal you just can't dig up anywhere, shop local. Shop the all-new Oakland Furniture Sit and Sleep Gallery.
Roman Reigns steps into the ring to defend the undisputed WWE Universal Championship against the vengeful Riddick. It's an all-new Friday Night SmackDown, live at 8 Eastern, 7 Central on Fox.
Make more good in the all-new Sportage X-Pro. Kia, movement that inspires.
Top of the morning to you. I'm Joe Cortez. Coming up on Good Morning Maine, Emma Smith and myself will get you ready for the weekend with some positive stories to start off your Friday. Plus, Devin Biggs will have our full weather forecast. And more importantly, heading into the weekend, we'll have every event coming up for the local area.
Welcome back, everybody. Big ships are coming back to Maine. As tourist season gets underway, Portland will see its first summer with the cruise ship industry back in full swing since the start of the pandemic. It's been big business in the past, but a local group of activists are proposing the city cap how many people can get off. Dan Lamparello breaks down their reasoning and the concerns.
Summer in Portland's Old Port means businesses here will soon be booming.
Tourism in the state of Maine and in Portland is our largest industry.
And while this season is expected to be the best since the pandemic began, there's some concerns from businesses here after a new proposal to cap one of the summer's biggest industries, cruise ships.
I would think that it would affect their business, and I know it would affect ours.
Jason Briggs is with VIP Tours and Charters, which sees a big boost whenever cruise ships are in town.
We provide tours to Freeport, Kennebunkport, and city tours.
But under a proposal from the Maine chapter of the Democratic Socialists of America, which they hope to put to voters, the amount of tourists who could get off those ships would be capped at 1,000 a day.
We're just trying to restrict these ships to smaller ships that you can't see rising above all the roof lines.
Wes Pelletier helped draft the proposal and says it stems from environmental concerns.
It's contributing so much to climate change, just these giant cruise ships going around, and it's very bad for coastal communities.
The Portland Regional Chamber of Commerce has come out against the group's proposals, which not only include the cruise cap, but also short-term rental restrictions, as well as an increase to the minimum wage.
Do you feel like it's going to hurt small businesses at all?
Most companies in Portland are already paying $18, and what we're trying to do is make a level field. I don't think that this will hurt small businesses. A lot of other cities have done this.
And while the organization hopes to keep the conversation going, some of those directly impacted feel that ship has already sailed.
To me, it seems like it's really to hurt small business.
The city says so far none of the proposals have enough signatures to make it on the November ballot, but there's still time. Maine DSA has until June 24th to collect 1,500 signatures for each of their proposals.
That was Dan Lamparello reporting. Abortion rates, meanwhile, are rising across the country, reversing a roughly 30-year trend. In 2020, about 1 in 5 pregnancies ended in abortion, according to a new report. Mal Meyer looks at why more people could be headed to Maine for the procedure soon.
Like the rest of the nation, abortion rates in Maine are rising as well, up by 16% between 2017 and 2020, according to the Guttmacher Institute.
It's not a surprise to us that when you expand access and expand coverage for abortion care, we were going to see a slight uptick.
In 2019, the legislature passed a bill allowing the use of state Medicaid funds to pay for abortion care.
People who couldn't afford to have an abortion could now afford to have an abortion.
Groups like the Christian Civic League were opposed to the bill because they're pro-life and were opposed to using government money on abortion.
We did see an increase when that law was enacted in 2019.
Marisa Weil with Maine Family Planning thinks the pandemic and economic worries may have also played a role in the increase.
To me, that makes a lot of sense that people might not be ready to bring a child into the world at a time of such profound instability.
And with the U.S. Supreme Court seemingly poised to overturn Roe v. Wade, that could mean more people traveling longer distance for the procedure soon.
As a healthcare provider, we are, working to ensure that our abortion program is able to accommodate folks who might be traveling to our state to access care.
Weil says the concern is that those out-of-state residents would likely head to Portland to see a provider, causing a bottleneck of patients.
Then that has a ripple effect on our whole system and network of care all the way throughout the state.
And that was Mal Meyer reporting. Well, Jasper Wyman's and Sons launched the 4th annual Wildly Better Days campaign in support of the Millbridge community. Our AJ Douglas talked to the Wyman's team to learn more about that initiative.
They bring free labor and love.
The Wildly Better Days campaign was launched by Jasper Wyman and Sons back in 2019, promoting community development through their employees. The company pays more than 100 employees while they complete volunteer projects around town. Human Resources Generalist Jamie Spencer says the annual tradition speaks to the company's will to restore a town employees call home.
Wyman's has benefited so much from this community since 1874, and this is a chance for us and our employees to give back to the community.
Wyman staff worked on 4 community projects offering gardening services, carpentry, and building renovation. Volunteers spent hours at Commons Park planting food that will be available to locals at no cost.
You don't have to live in Millbridge, but you can go to the gardens at any time and get vegetables, fruits, whatever we have available. So it's a way of sort of feeding our community.
Laura Morris has been a part of the Wyman's team for almost a decade and didn't hesitate to get back to landmarks in her own backyard.
A very small-knit community. We're a large company. We love to show the area that we're willing to get out, get our hands dirty, and give back to the environment that we all get to enjoy with our families and our loved ones.
Wyman's partnered with Gateway Millbridge and Women for Healthy Rural Living. The company is proud to have lasting connections with local organizations committed to supporting Millbridge residents.
They enable us to do a lot in a very short period of time that we just don't have the manpower or the resources to do on our own.
In Millbridge, AJ Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
Meanwhile, the Maine DOT will update its residents on the progress they've made replacing an aging dike in Machias. Matthew Jurancic has the latest.
Maine Department of Transportation announced that it's going to use a bridge to replace the current Machias dike. The decision comes after the DOT collected data that led them to determine that a bridge would be the best option for the project and improve the structure's condition. As Maine DOT Director of Communications Paul Merrill highlights, the structure has been around a long time.
The current dike bridge has been in place since the Civil War, and it's becoming increasingly poor condition. It becomes more difficult to inspect. Certainly, the department's been working to try to figure out the best solution there to maintain Route 1.
With the public meeting being held at the end of the month, some citizens are unhappy with the news.
It is a thing that needs to be addressed. The dike needs repairs, but doing the bridge would cost the taxpayers, millions more than fixing what's currently here. And it'll also cost a lot of people their homes and their livelihoods and their farmland and possibly, whole industries that are what fuel the small economy here in Machias.
The DOT first discussed replacing the dike in 2009 after there were reports of cracks, rotten wood, and other damages. In 2018, the organization announced that the dike would be replaced with a new structure before receiving feedback from the federal government regarding the lack of fish passage. However, local land trusts have wanted to replace the dike with a bridge. They say it would help with the salt marsh restoration and access for fish. Despite the mixed feedback, Merrill is confident that building a bridge is the best option.
We know that's a special area to Machias, and we want to make sure that the next version of what is there is also a special area. We're hoping to maintain that sense of place there with whatever we end up doing in the coming years.
The public hearing for the bridge is set for June 28th from 5 to 7 p.m. to discuss the decision and next steps. Matthew Jurancic, ABC 7, Fox 22.
All right, and coming up on the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22, the January 6th committee hears from some of former Vice President Mike Pence's closest advisors.
And residents in parts of Wisconsin are cleaning up after severe weather rolled through the state, resulting in structural damage and power outages. Those stories and more when the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22 comes right back.
At every turn, Joe Biden and Jared Golden chose the wrong one. Biden and Golden turned off more American energy production. put the brakes on pipelines and future drilling here at home. Now, gas prices and heating oil cost more than ever. Maine families are struggling to keep up, and the Liberals' only plan is to buy more from our enemies? Tell Congressman Jared Golden to help open American energy production and lower gas prices.
Think premium can't be capable? Think again. Introducing the first ever AT4 lineup. Premium and capable. That's professional grade from GMC.
Get 0% financing on GMC Canyon models. Plus, current eligible GMC owners get an additional $250 purchase allowance. We are professional grade. GMC.
General Rental Center has been serving Central Maine with equipment and tool rentals for more than 30 years. Our extensive inventory contains everything you need to get the job done right. Our professional, knowledgeable staff is here to make sure that you get the highest quality rental items to complete your project and that they have been serviced and maintained to the highest standards. Power brooms to get that sand off the lawn, leaf blowers, brush chippers, stump grinders, aerial lifts, tillers, and excavators. We rent most everything. If you don't see it in our online catalog, please ask for it. If we don't have the item you need, we would be happy to help you find it. Why do thousands of customers take the drive to Newport for all their shoes? Because Comfort Shoes and More has the styles you want, and they also have trained podorthists on staff to help you with all your footwear and arch-supported shoes. We provide free foot evaluations by people who care about fitting you with the most comfortable shoes you will ever own. We have shoes in stock up to 6C and size 17, from safety shoes and boots, running, walking, casual, or dress. We have it all at Comfort Shoes and More, 19 Moosehead Trail in Newport, across from Irving.
Work hard, play hard with the ultimate work and play truck, the Toyota Tacoma Access Cab. Make this your ultimate summer with the ultimate deal during the Toyota Summer Sales Event, because you could get 1.75% APR financing on the ultimate Tacoma that includes 2 years no-cost maintenance and Toyota Safety Sense. Tacoma, named Best Buy of the Year among mid-size pickups. So work hard, play hard. But first, see your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
Absent from Thursday's January 6th committee hearing was former Vice President Mike Pence. He was, however, the main topic of conversation as lawmakers praised Pence for his actions while casting criticism on his former boss. Fox's Madeline Rivera is in Washington with the latest.
Today's committee hearing concluded with former President Trump being called a, quote, clear and present danger to American democracy, not by Democrats, but by a retired GOP judge.
This is constitutional mischief.
In testimony before the House Select Committee probing events surrounding January 6, two former advisors for Vice President Mike Pence worked to debunk a theory by former Trump lawyer John Eastman that a vice president has the legal authority to overturn an election, despite what the committee called a pressure campaign by President Trump for Mike Pence to do so.
Our system nearly failed and our democratic foundation destroyed, but for people like you.
The panel tried to lay out how Eastman knew his plan was illegal, even admitting that if the scheme ever went before the Supreme Court, it would lose.
He initially started, well, maybe you'd only lose 7-2, but ultimately acknowledged that no, we would lose 9-0. No judge would support his argument.
The committee also applauded Pence for ultimately certifying the 2020 election results while casting blame on President Trump for directly contributing to the day's violence, including putting his own vice president's life in danger. New evidence, they say, shows rioters came within 40 feet of Pence as he fled the Senate chamber.
Mr. Jacob, did Donald Trump ever call the vice president to check on his safety?
He did not.
Mr. Jacob, how did Vice President Pence and Mrs. Pence react to that?
With frustration.
At least two more hearings are scheduled for next week, starting on Tuesday. In Washington, Madeline Rivera, Fox News.
Meanwhile, stocks are down and prices are up. Not a good combination for President Biden, who says tackling inflation is his top priority. Fox's Lauren Blanchard has more from Washington.
The average price of gas has ticked down ever so slightly, but remains over $5 a gallon.
You shouldn't be making life decisions at the gas station.
Should I get gas or should I get something to eat?
A Fox News poll found that 90% of voters find gas prices to be a problem for their families. Groceries are just below that. Inflation remains on the rise. The Federal Reserve is trying to bring it down, raising interest rates 0.75% on Wednesday, the most in nearly 3 decades.
We're just going to give the Federal Reserve the space to do what they need to do.
The move is risky. Chairman Jerome Powell says they are not trying to cause a recession, even as the possibility of one continues to grow.
Democrats have quite likely inflated their way into a recession, and now they want to pile on historic tax hikes and make it worse.
Meanwhile, Wall Street continues to react to economic uncertainties and to the rate raises, both at home and abroad. The White House sent top officials to Capitol Hill Thursday to help Democrats get their economic messaging straight and outline the administration's plan going forward.
House Democrats and the president are focused on lowering costs, trying to ensure that we have safe communities, good, high-paying jobs, and that's clearly the legislative focus.
Chairman Powell said more rate increases are expected in the coming months, though they will likely not be as much as in June. In Washington, Lauren Blanchard, Fox News.
Switching gears now from record high heat and intense storms in the Midwest to historic flooding in our country's oldest national park. Wicked weather is impacting millions of Americans nationwide. Fox's Max Gordon has more on this from Livingston, Montana.
From the Great Lakes to the Pacific Northwest, wicked weather and extreme heat are creating problems for folks across the country. In Wisconsin, residents woke up Thursday to downed trees and roads littered with power lines after severe storms rolled through parts of the state. Meanwhile, in Ohio, thousands of residents in Columbus are still without power after severe weather slammed the city. Many of the residents are without air conditioning as temperatures hover in the lower to mid-90s. This same heat dome is also responsible for record heat in Chicago, with Thursday marking the third consecutive 90-degree day in the Windy City. A cold front will bring some relief to the Midwest and Ohio Valley late Thursday, but not without the risk of severe thunderstorms.
This is hot. This is definitely, you got to be prepared for this. Make sure you're hydrated.
Drinking a lot of water and taking some breaks every 4 or 5 miles. Typically, I ride stretches of 10 or 15 without stopping, but stopping a little bit more often.
And out west, officials continue to assess the damage at Yellowstone National Park after unprecedented flooding hit the region this week. Heavy rainfall and rapid snowmelt caused rivers to rise above their banks, swallowing bridges and homes and forcing more than 10,000 visitors to flee.
I woke up to my 10-year-old screaming downstairs and jumped out of bed, and there's probably about 4 or 5 inches worth of water.
And now reading that houses got flooded in the road and people got stuck and evacuated. I mean, it's crazy to think about.
Montana's National Guard says they've rescued 88 people since the flooding began. In Livingston, Montana, Max Gordon, Fox Weather.
2 American veterans who were fighting for Ukraine were reportedly taken by the Russian military. This as several world leaders from Europe met in Kyiv to speak with Vladimir Zelensky to the sound of air raid sirens. Fox's Nate Foy has more from Lviv, Ukraine.
Today, the leaders of France, Germany, Italy, and Romania arrived in Kyiv for a meeting with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. The four seeing firsthand destruction in the capital suburb of Irpin. The visit comes as European Union leaders are set to decide next week if Ukraine will become a candidate to join the EU. President Zelensky also accepting an invitation to the G7 summit in Germany this month. In the east, Russian artillery continues overwhelming Ukrainian forces in Severodonetsk, the final Ukrainian holdout in the Luhansk region of Donbass. And with an additional $1 billion of U.S. military aid coming, President Zelensky wants more.
There is a direct correlation. The more powerful weapons we got, the faster we can liberate our people, our land.
In Kharkiv, Ukraine's second largest city, 2 former American servicemen, U.S. Marine veteran Andy Huyn and U.S. Army veteran Alexander Druki, both fighting for Ukraine, have reportedly been captured by Russian forces. Druki's mother says her son believed that he was defending American interest.
He felt that if Putin wasn't stopped now, eventually he would become so bold that Americans would be at risk. And he said, I love my country too much to see that happen.
The State Department releasing this statement, saying in part, quote, "We are closely monitoring the situation and are in contact with Ukrainian authorities."
On June 8th, I received a message from him that said that he would be going dark for a day, possibly two. I told him to stay safe and that I loved him. And he replied, "Yes, ma'am, I love you too." And that was the last I've heard from him.
Both French President Macron and German Chancellor Scholz criticized Russia for the unimaginable cruelty that they saw while visiting Irpin just outside Kyiv, which is interesting and of note because both leaders have been criticized for keeping the line of communication open with Vladimir Putin during the war. Reporting in Lviv, Ukraine, I'm Nate Foy, Fox News.
And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, this weekend marks the 16th annual Margareta Days Festival and Craft Fair in Machias.
And in sports, 2 months ago, state title seemed far off for Messalonsky softball, but now they're just 1 win away. We'll be right back.
The top-seeded Birmingham Stallions get ready for the playoffs in a showdown with the Tampa Bay Bandits. The USFL, Saturday at 4 Eastern on Fox.
Don't miss it. Buy anything at Jordan's. And if the Red Sox sweep the World Championship, it's all free. And you get up to 60 months no interest. It ends soon. Experience the fun at Jordan's.
It is said that the eyes are the windows into the soul, which begs the question, can a window have a soul? At Renewal by Andersen, we think so. When it's a window forged from fibrings and over 100 years of refined craftsmanship, the essence of who we are transforms into a superior, stunningly beautiful window. So yes, a window can have a soul. For a limited time, take advantage of this great offer. Find out why we are the better way to a better window. Renewal by Andersen.
Wherever you are, whether you're ready or not, it's coming. With a purpose, with persistence, with the power to change the way you live. So you don't have to change the way you live. Generac automatic standby generators. Control your power, control your life. Visit Generac.com.
Attention Maine fishermen, we want to see your biggest catch and for you to win some great prizes. Go to foxbangor.com and click on contest and giveaway. Then upload your photo for your chance to win. Sponsored by Willie's Sports Center, Mill Mall and Ellsworth. We have everything for fishing from trout to tuna, fly fishing, trolling, and ocean rigging. We carry fat tire e-bikes to get to remote spots and snow dog utility machines. We have all your hunting and outdoor essentials.
Hey, everyone, listen up. It's time to take back the summer.
With Fox. It's time to sing along. Oh, okay.
With your new summer playlist.
Time to bring the heat.
And dance.
Into the summer night.
Fox is all new. All
summer long.
What's the first thing you want to do when you take a bite of that? Take a second.
Big wow. That big wow.
Right now, come into Jordan's and buy as much or as little as you like. And if the Sox sweep the World Championship, it'll all be yours for free. And you still get up to 60 months no interest. Experience the fun at Jordan's.
A new report is giving federal officials a better understanding of cars with self-driving technology after hundreds have been linked to accidents. Fox's Ashley Strohmeyer has the breakdown, plus concerns automotive experts are raising.
Buckle up, it could be a bumpy ride. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration releasing new data, revealing vehicles with partial self-driving features were involved in roughly 400 crashes from July of last year through May 15th. A whopping 273 of those were Teslas.
I guess you could say I'm trusting it with my life.
Last June, federal officials ordered more than 100 vehicle manufacturers to begin reporting serious crashes within a day of their discovery, in an effort to learn more about how semi-autonomous cars were operating on the roads and monitor for any potential policy changes. Besides Tesla, Honda came in second place, reporting 90 crashes, with Subaru in third with 10. Some vehicle experts suggest companies could be creating a false sense of security for drivers expecting their vehicles to operate completely by themselves.
Tesla advertises its driver assist features
as autopilot or full self-driving. They are not fully self-driving.
But many who embrace the technology say they see more room for error with people completely behind the wheel.
I trust the technology more than a lot of drivers, to be honest.
The NHTSA will use this data to examine possible trends in crashes to prevent future incidents. Officials say Tesla's numbers may seem high compared to other companies because their software allows them to get real-time crash stats. Ashley Strohmeyer, Fox News.
A congressional probe could lead to a potential recall of an everyday item for pets. The Seresto flea and tick collar made by German company Bayer could be recalled after finding the device poses risks to pets and their owners. A new congressional report linked the collar to almost 100,000 incidents, including 2,500 pet deaths. Almost 34 million collars have been sold to pet owners in the U.S. who, like the product's pledge to ward off fleas and ticks for up to 8 months.
Well, Hudson University announced it has received a grant from the Harold Alfond Foundation, totaling $2.2 million. The grant will help speed up the implementation process and outreach for its new School of Technology and Innovation. It will also help support the university's programs for its new degree in extended reality, which offers education in simulated learning environments. Dr. Marie Hansen, the dean for the College of Business, talked about how the grant will benefit the new program and future plans, which include forming more partnerships with well-known technology businesses. Hudson is one of only a few universities in the U.S. to offer a degree in extended reality.
This weekend will be the 16th annual Margaretta Days Festival and Craft Fair in Machias. The event recognizes the various battles during the American Revolution in Machias, including the first naval battle of the war. The event is held at the University of Maine, Machias. There will be a live living history skirmish on Friday night and 2 more on Saturday. Some consider Machias the birthplace of the U.S. Navy and the birthplace of the U.S. Merchant Marines.
The British that were here escorting the cargo and going to take the lumber back threatened to turn their cannons on the town and flatten the town. So they made a plan to try to capture the British captain. He escaped, but they were able to chase him out into the bay and capture the Margaretta.
That event is free. The Friday skirmish will begin at 6:30. The Saturday skirmishes will be held at 10:30 and 2:30. Sounds like an event that you can go and have a lot of fun, but also learn a lot as well.
Well, here's hoping Mother Nature cooperates and allows them to do those reenactments or skirmishes.
That's
if
right.
You will.
And
right.
For a look at that, we'll have your full 5-day forecast coming up right after this.
Showers and thunderstorms out there tonight are going to linger through tomorrow. In fact, through the entire weekend. We'll tell you how much rain and how warm it's going to get or cold. Those details when I come back.
At Bouchard Cleaning, rebuilding and restoring means more than just another job. To us, it's about bringing back cherished memories, restoring unforgettable moments in time, and giving hope when all was thought to be lost. For over 35 years, our mission has remained the same. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need the #1 rated reliability of Kubota compact tractors so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home the Kubota VX Series for 0 down, 0% APR for 60 months, plus save up to $700.
What can I do to help you, hon?
Yes! Yes!
Get out!
Andy!
Get out of my room! Get out!
You're not lying. I didn't say anything. Yes, you did. What did you say?
I smoked a pack a day for 45 years. When my doctor suggested lung cancer screening, I wasn't sure I wanted to know the results.
If you're age 55 or older and smoke now or smoked heavily in the past, ask your provider if lung cancer screening is right for you.
When my first screening came up clear, what a relief.
A new test can find it earlier when treatment is more successful.
I quit smoking a few years ago, but I plan on being screened every year.
This is where legends are made. This is the NHRA.
LA Thunder Valley Nationals, Bristol, Sunday at 3 Eastern on Fox.
Here we go. Your full weather is brought to you by Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales in Hancock. Stop in and see Tony and Nicole. Every vehicle comes with a complimentary 6-month, 6,000-mile major component coverage plan. Come buy your vehicle the Fairway. It's more than just a tagline. It's the way they do business. And for us, all right, let's talk about temperatures. The results are in for May, and May came back as the 9th warmest May on record globally. That's land and ocean temperatures. So on this map, red's above average, blue is below. There was a lot of red during the month of May. For us today, though, just lots of wind out there. A gusty south wind pretty much all day long. We had wind gusts near 35 miles per hour. That will begin to come down slowly tonight, but still kind of windy out there with sustained winds near 15, gusting near 25. That's going to stay with us pretty much all night. But look what it did temperatures, right? 74 back here in Bangor today, 74 in Millinocket. We'll take it. This is about what we're supposed to do this time of the year. But even probably a bit cooler tomorrow with some rain-cooled air across the area and also a couple of thunderstorms. All right, looking outside now, we had lots of clouds increase throughout the day today. And now there's a couple showers entering the picture. These are non-severe. They won't be severe, although there could be a few pockets of heavy rainfall tomorrow. And it's the beginning of kind of a long duration rain event for us. I know, bad timing being the weekend, as this whole system here is going to kind of scoot across our area over the next 2, 3, even 4 days. So that means a chance for showers in the forecast tomorrow, also for the weekend on Saturday and for Father's Day on Sunday. It won't be an all-day rain, not a washout. You probably shouldn't cancel your plans, but just know if you're outside over the weekend, you're likely going to get a little bit wet. All right, Futurecast shows here's tomorrow morning, 11:30 or so, showing a couple of showers around, some cloud cover, and maybe a couple of thunder showers back north and west of the area. Those are going to come through tomorrow, likely with some thunder and lightning, non-severe, although a few pockets of heavy rain are possible tomorrow. Here's Saturday around midnight or so. Again, more showers throughout the day on Saturday. In fact, the heaviest rain could fall on Saturday afternoon for a couple hours into Saturday evening. And that upper level low kind of stays with us right into Sunday with those rain showers kind of across the area once again. Rainfall-wise, it's going to be a soaker. We're talking maybe an inch, if not more than an inch of rainfall between now and Monday afternoon. It'll come in waves, lots of dry hours in there too, but just know we have some rainfall on the way. Our forecast tonight, though, is scattered showers and a couple of thunder showers out there, non-severe, with low temperatures down near 58. For tomorrow, it's Friday, lots of showers and a couple of thunder showers out there. Highs back in the 70s, more humid tomorrow with the south wind 10 to 15. And then looking ahead, your Friday forecast by Tony Murray's Fairway Sales shows the story, right? Friday 77, Saturday 67 with rain chances in there as well. Sunday 63, and then it clears out of here later Sunday. Monday and Tuesday looks dry to me with temperatures below average in the 60s to low 70s.
And we can hear the wet weather already here outside our studio.
Yeah, a little bit even more than a soaker. It sounds like someone's dropping buckets on our roof right now.
Indeed. Should be fun running to all of our cars. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Well, sports is coming up next with Dave Peck. Stay with us.
G-Force Entertainment and Kick-Axe Pub and Club present Draw the Line, the only official Aerosmith tribute band, Saturday, July 23rd, 9 p.m. Tickets available online now. G-Force Entertainment, bringing a variety of entertainment to the Bangor Mall.
You don't stay in business as long as Rowell's Garage unless you're doing a lot of things right. Since 1946, Rowell's Garage in Dover Foxcroft has seen many customers drive off the lot completely satisfied, and they keep coming back. Why? Things like a wide selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, SUVs, and crossovers. Incredible customer service. A repair center that does it right the first time and on time. But the biggest reason, like new quality vehicles at a pre-owned price. So save yourself the hassle and save yourself some money. Rowell's Garage, Dover Foxcroft.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out.
We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
Steve Harvey powers the X Team.
If roles were reversed, what might a turkey do to you on Thanksgiving?
Eat my drumstick.
Loaded with X Team confidence.
Some men are shaped like what kind of nut?
Nutcracker.
And X Team powers.
Fill in the blank. Blank daddy.
Hot dog.
You'll love the X Team.
Hot dog daddy.
On Family Feud.
Weeknights at 7 on Fox 22.
G-Force Entertainment and Kick-Axe Pub & Club present Draw the Line, the only official Aerosmith tribute band, Saturday, July 23rd, 9 p.m. Tickets available online now. G-Force Entertainment, bringing a variety of entertainment to the Bangor Mall.
Tonight's Sports is brought to you by Engstrom's Auto Service in Guilford. We specialize in all foreign and domestic service and alignments.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, by this point, you all know the drill. Game 6 of the NBA Finals going on as we speak, and once this show ends, it might be worth your time to check it out over on ABC 7. I'm not so sure. For now, it's a good thing you missed the first half and into the third quarter. 72-55 is the score with the Warriors just absolutely blasting from deep. C's jumped out to an early lead in the first, but Warriors scored 21 unanswered points, eventually claiming 54-39 lead at the half. Once again, it's been about the Warriors taking advantage of sloppy Celtics basketball. Jordan Poole making big-time shots, and the Celtics just not doing enough in any phase of the game so far. And Steph Curry with a flurry of threes most recently in the third quarter. So we'll see if there is a miracle at bay for the Celtics. If not, the season may very well come to an end in just a matter of moments. Busy day down in Boston. Now let's transition just down the road. It was round one of the U.S. Open over at the Country Club in Brookline. Topsom's Caleb Manuel teed off around 9 a.m., making him just the third Mainer ever to compete in the event. It wasn't easy out there, though. Manuel shot plus 13 on the day with 11 bogeys and a double on the afternoon. He'll look to find some rhythm in round two tomorrow morning. So a lot of struggles in the air down in Boston. One team that hasn't struggled, at least lately, is Messalonski softball. The Eagles didn't have the best start to the season, but now they have a chance to become state champions. Tyler Cruz has the story.
I mean, we're just having fun. No pressure on us. We're just going as far as we can.
Messalonski softball is playing with nothing to lose, and they've won 6 in a row while doing it.
We thought it was going to be a building year, and definitely the first half of the season was a building year. Now they've taken it and they've run with it, and they've earned everything that we've gotten so far.
Everything they've gotten is a regional championship with states up ahead. And that's a little surprising considering the Eagles' 3-11 start to the season.
I don't think I would have really believed them, but at the same point, I wouldn't have doubted that we would have that, opportunity to get there.
Coach Samantha Tunningly lost 9 seniors last year and only returned 3 varsity players. But those 3 have been huge in showing the new girls what Messalonski softball is all about.
It was really important for them to help and show and guide how we do things around here.
Sometimes their roles are a little deeper than just a leader in the dugout, too.
Everyone calls me mom. I'm kind of like the go-to person. Like, if they need something, they usually ask me, but I absolutely love it.
The Eagles won their last 2 regular season games by a combined score of 19-0. And they've only allowed 4 runs in the playoffs behind the dominant arm of Morgan Wills.
It was definitely just a playoff mentality. For me, at least, I just think playoffs are just a whole different type of softball.
So throughout the year, this young team became closer as a unit. And as that chemistry grew, the energy from the team did a complete 180.
I think we just started to have more fun. Like at the beginning of the season, we were all pretty tight and just trying to win. But when we started to relax and have fun, the good things started to happen.
So now the girls are loose, and they're looking ahead to Biddeford in the state championship with a simple but effective mentality.
Battle, grind, like I said,
just focus on winning one pitch at a time.
Reporting from Oakland, I'm Tyler Cruz, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
All right, thank you, Tyler. It's hard not to root for Messalonsky when they put together a season like that. Best of luck to them and all the teams going forward. We'll have full coverage of the state championships this Saturday. And while we're gearing up for those big games, it's never too warm for some basketball news, especially when a local kid gets an offer from the blue and white. Bangor Rising junior Landon Clark has received a scholarship to play basketball for the University of Maine. He got the news from first-year head coach Chris Markwood on Thursday morning.
This was the first time we'd actually been able to talk, one-on-one. So, I mean, he was just a great guy. He really, connected well. And I think for every Maine kid, that's the dream is Maine. So, it's just a surreal feeling to know that, you have the opportunity. And, it's something that, you can really only dream of.
Now, it's been less than 24 hours since Clark got the offer, so he said he hasn't thought too much into the deciding process. Also, he's just a rising junior, but he did say Maine is a dream come true, at least getting an offer. Right now, he's focused on Maine United, his AAU team, and competing with the best in the country in preparation for the Peach Jam AAU tournament this summer.
Everyone's so hungry to get better. So, in practice, we're all competing, and then obviously it pays off when we play, the top teams in the country because we know we can compete with them because we compete with each other in practice.
Awesome story. We always love when the hometown kid gets an offer to play for the big Division I school up the road. And a quick Celtics update now. Don't look now. It's 74-62, 12-point game late in the third, so you might want to change over to ABC 7 to catch the rest of it. It's all that matters after all. All right, that's sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Some things just go together, like Saturday mornings and cartoons, sunshine and roses, and Spectrum Mobile and Spectrum Internet. Great by themselves, but built to work together so you get crazy fast speeds and even more advanced security. So you get fast speeds when you're out and faster, more secure connections at home, because they're made to go together, like socks and sandals.
My dad wears those.
Sounds like a cool dude.
He's not.
For fast speed and more security, get Spectrum Mobile and Spectrum Internet together. Call, click, or visit a Spectrum store today.
Hey, Bangor residents, the City of Bangor is offering up to $2,000 in grants for income-eligible single-family homeowners if you install a new Fujitsu heat pump in your home. And Valley Home Services is an authorized Fujitsu installer. Up to $2,000. Combine that grant with rebates from Efficiency Maine, and you can have a new Fujitsu heat pump installed by Valley Home Services at little to no cost. Don't miss this incredible offer, Bangor. Call Valley Home Services today to see if you qualify.
This isn't your parents' photo booth. Premier Limousine and DJ presents the latest in photo booth technology with the all-new 2022 Air Booth. Print out everyone's pictures in beautiful full-color photos and have them sent directly to your phone. The new Air Booth is available for weddings, birthdays, class reunions, anniversaries, and corporate events with some of the best and most fun props around. You can book the Air Booth, Limousine, and DJ services separately or take advantage of our very popular package deals. Contact us at Premier Limousine and DJ.
I heard about you. You're that smart kid.
Young Sheldon, boy genius, an origin story.
Yes, that's me.
A small-town boy.
Young man. Yes, you.
With supersonic hearing. Visionary vision.
Cheeky little Miwan, you know you don't belong there.
And a heightened sense of smell.
Ew. Put your shoes back on.
Young Sheldon, 5 times a week.
Weekdays at 6 on Fox 22.
You can't smell this.
Yes, I can.
Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Rock out in Duncanville with guest stars Joan Jett and Dave Grohl.
I need those tasty licks in my ear holes.
All new Sunday on Fox.
music stars join a special tribute. Ryan Gosling transforms and more. Here's Fox's Ashley Dvorkin with the latest from the Hollywood Nation.
They could crush you.
Styles double life, Gosling's new look, and an all-star musical lineup in the Hollywood Nation. Foo Fighters and the Hawkins family announced the special guests joining the tribute concerts for late drummer Taylor Hawkins. Miley Cyrus, Liam Gallagher, members of Queen, Motley Crue, and Red Hot Chili Peppers are among the performers taking the stage at the upcoming star-studded events. The first show will take place at London's Wembley Stadium September 3rd, followed by the Los Angeles concert at the Kia Forum September 27th. Both shows will benefit charities. Speaking of all-star lineups, several famous faces have joined Jerry Seinfeld's upcoming feature directorial debut, Unfrosted, the Pop-Tart Story. The ensemble cast includes Melissa McCarthy, Amy Schumer, Jim Gaffigan, and James Marsden. Seinfeld will produce and star in the Netflix comedy. Today's first looks include a photo of Ryan Gosling rocking platinum hair, a denim outfit, and chiseled abs as his character Ken for the upcoming live-action Barbie film. He will star alongside Margot Robbie, who will portray the iconic doll. Matilda. The teaser trailer for Netflix's adaptation of Roald Dahl's Matilda the Musical also features another celeb transformation. Emma Thompson is nearly unrecognizable as the villainous headmistress, Miss Trunchbull, playing alongside lead star Alicia Weir as Matilda Wormwood.
So how does it make you feel?
And Amazon Studios released the trailer to the romantic drama My Policeman, starring Harry Styles. The pop star plays a married, closeted gay policeman in 1950s England who has an affair with a museum curator named Patrick. In Hollywood, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
Oreo is yet again adding a flavorful twist to its cookies. The cookie company announcing on TikTok the release of its newest treat, the Neapolitan sandwich cookies, which include 3 flavors in between the cookie. The limited edition treats will have a layer of strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla flavored Oreo cream in between their sandwich cookie, with 2 waffle cone cookies instead of the brand's traditional chocolate. Oreo says these special sweets will be available nationwide next month.
Oh, with temperatures warming up, Americans will certainly be heading outdoors to take part in some of their favorite seasonal activities, if they're not already, including bonfires and barbecues. But those summertime staples can lead to injuries. So doctors from the Cleveland Clinic are reminding people to keep safety in mind. Make sure adults are around to ensure children stay away from the flames. Avoid adding gasoline and lighter fluid to grow the flames. And if you do end up suffering a major burn, be sure to seek medical attention right away. Now, if the burn is minor, they say run it under cool water and wrap it in gauze. Definitely important to remember. It's amazing how quickly and unexpectedly things can escalate.
Absolutely. And an important reminder as we get right into grilling season.
Yep. S'mores season.
Yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately,
I call it s'mores season.
Hey, we can have both, right?
We can have both. Yes, we can.
Maybe this weekend, not a lot of s'mores and grilling to be had.
Yeah,
but,
a little rainy.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe it'll break up for us.
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know, folks. All right. Well, that's going to do it for us from everybody here at Fox 22 News. Take care and have a great rest of your night.
Good night, everyone.